Acceptance is the first step toward change. Can anyone share a moment when accepting reality led to a breakthrough in your life? Reflect on that moment, for it holds the key to understanding the profound power that acceptance can wield. Often, we find ourselves entangled in a web of expectations. Expectations from society, from loved ones, and sometimes the most burdensome ones, those we place upon ourselves. It is in the throes of such pressures that we forget the fundamental truth. Acceptance is not a weakness, but a strength. Accepting reality means stepping into the light of truth, however uncomfortable it may be. It requires a courage that transcends the ordinary. It is about acknowledging the situation as it is. Consider the stories of those who faced insurmountable odds. Their journey often began not with a denial of their circumstances, but with a bold embrace of reality. They stood firm in the face of adversity, and through acceptance, they found the power to change their narratives. Reflect on your own experiences. How many times have you resisted the truth? How many times did that resistance lead to stagnation, frustration, and despair? The moment we allow ourselves to accept the reality of our situations, we open ourselves up to possibilities that were previously obscured by our denial. Acceptance is the catalyst that ignites the flame of transformation. I think of acceptance as a doorway. On one side lies the familiar, a world shaped by our fears and illusions. On the other side is the unknown, a realm filled with potential and opportunity. The choice to step through that door is ours. When we accept our reality, we are not merely surrendering to our circumstances. We are acknowledging our power to influence our future. This powerful acknowledgement allows us to reclaim agency over our lives, leading us towards growth and change. Acceptance also fosters resilience. Life will invariably present challenges, but it is how we respond to those challenges that defines our character. When we accept our reality, we cultivate a mindset that is adaptable and resilient. We become like the bamboo that bends with the wind but does not break. Each challenge becomes a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. The ability to pivot in the face of adversity stems from a deep-rooted acceptance of our circumstances. Moreover, acceptance paves the way for self-compassion. When we accept our reality, we also embrace our imperfections and vulnerabilities. We allow ourselves to be human, flawed, yet striving. This self-compassion fosters a nurturing environment for our growth. Instead of harsh self-criticism, we learn to speak to ourselves with kindness and understanding. It is through this compassionate lens that we can truly thrive. As we reflect on the power of acceptance, let's consider its role in our relationships. Often we find ourselves grappling with the behaviors and choices of those around us. Acceptance teaches us to embrace others as they are rather than as we wish them to be. This shift in perspective can transform our interactions, fostering deeper connections and understanding. When we accept others, we create a space for authenticity where true relationships can flourish. Acceptance is not simply a passive act. It is an active engagement with our lives. It invites us to confront our fears, to challenge our assumptions, and to dismantle the walls we have built around our hearts and minds. Each act of acceptance can be seen as a courageous stand against the tides of denial and disappointment. Let us remember that acceptance is a process. It is not always easy. There will be moments of resistance, moments where the weight of reality feels too heavy to bear. Yet within those moments lies the opportunity for profound growth and transformation. The journey of acceptance is one that requires patience and gentleness. It is a practice that we can cultivate day by day, choice. In the spirit of acceptance, let us acknowledge the power of community. When we come together to share our stories, our struggles, and our victories, we create a tapestry of resilience. Each thread contributes to a larger narrative of hope and strength. That we can lift one another, reminding each other that we are not alone in our struggles. This collective acceptance can create a ripple effect, inspiring others to embrace their realities and in turn transform their lives. As we consider the many facets of acceptance, it becomes evident that it is the bedrock upon which our lives can be built. It allows us to shed the burdens of expectations and judgments, to step into our authenticity and to embrace the fullness of our existence. The moment we accept our reality, we reclaim our power, paving the way for a brighter, more fulfilling future. So let acceptance guide you. Let it be the beacon that illuminates your path in times of darkness. Allow it to be the foundation from which you rise, stronger and more resilient than ever before. Stand firm in the knowledge that acceptance is not the end. It is merely the beginning of a transformative journey toward a life of purpose, connection, and profound fulfillment. As we transition to the next part of our conversation, let us carry forward this understanding of acceptance. Let it fuel our exploration of self-discovery, where we can delve into the depths of our being and emerge with newfound clarity and strength. Each moment of acceptance brings us closer to the truth of who we are and who we aspire to be. Acceptance is the springboard from which we launch ourselves into the profound depths of self-discovery. Have you ever paused to consider the relationship between acceptance and understanding oneself? It is a connection that is often overlooked, yet it holds immense power. When we accept our reality, we unlock the door to a deeper understanding of who we are, what we value, and what we aspire to become. This acceptance is not merely a passive acknowledgement. It is an active engagement with our lives, a commitment to truly know ourselves. As we navigate through life, we often wear masks, presenting a version of ourselves that we think the world wants to see. These masks can be heavy, burdening us with expectations that do not align with our true selves. The moment we begin to accept our reality, we start to peel away these layers. It is in this peeling back that we confront the raw truths of our existence. What lies beneath those layers, what dreams, fears, and passions have been hidden away, waiting for the light of acceptance to shine upon them? Consider the notion of identity. So often we find ourselves trying to fit into predefined molds shaped by societal norms or familial expectations. But who are we beneath those expectations? Acceptance invites us to answer that question honestly. It encourages us to confront the dissonance between who we are and who we project to the world. With every step toward acceptance, we inch closer to our authentic selves. Reflect on your own life. When was the last time you felt truly aligned with your inner self? Was it in a moment of triumph or perhaps in a moment of vulnerability? The journey of self-discovery is not always glamorous. It often requires us to face uncomfortable truths. It could be an acknowledgement of our limitations, our mistakes, or even our past failures. Yet it is through this confrontation that we begin to understand our strengths and weaknesses, our desires and aversions. Acceptance creates a fertile ground for growth, just as a seed needs the right conditions to sprout. Our personal growth flourishes in an environment of acceptance. When we accept our reality, we grant ourselves permission to grow and evolve. This is not to say that growth is easy. It often requires effort, introspection, and a willingness to step outside of our comfort zones. Yet every ounce of effort we invest in this process pays dividends in the form of self-awareness and clarity. Engaging in self-reflection is a vital part of this journey. It allows us to examine our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors without judgment. Have you taken the time to reflect on your life lately? What did you discover about yourself? In moments of reflection, we can identify patterns that may have previously eluded us. Perhaps we notice a recurring fear of failure that has held us back. Or maybe we uncover a passion that we have neglected. These realizations are gifts that emerge from the soil of acceptance, revealing the path toward our true selves. Moreover, acceptance fosters resilience, which is essential for navigating the challenges of life. Each setback we encounter can serve as a lesson, but only if we are willing to accept our circumstances. When we resist acceptance, we often find ourselves stuck in a cycle of frustration and despair. However, when we accept what is, we become equipped to respond effectively. Resilience is built on the foundation of acceptance, enabling us to bounce back stronger than before. Let's consider the role of vulnerability in this process. Many shy away from vulnerability, viewing it as a weakness. However, vulnerability is a source of strength. It opens the door to authenticity, allowing us to connect with others on a deeper level. By accepting our vulnerabilities, we create space for genuine relationships that are rooted in trust and understanding. The beauty of vulnerability lies in its power to foster connection, reminding us that we are all human, imperfect yet striving. As we traverse this landscape of self-discovery, it becomes clear that acceptance is not a destination, but a continuous journey. There will always be new layers to peel back, new aspects of ourselves to uncover. In moments of discomfort or uncertainty, we can return to the principle of acceptance as a guiding light. It encourages us to be compassionate with ourselves, to acknowledge that growth is a process, and to celebrate every small victory along the way. In the tapestry of life, acceptance is the thread that weaves together the various experiences that shape us. Each thread tells a story of joy, of sorrow, of triumph, and of failure. Together, they create a rich narrative, illustrating the complexity of our existence. It is through acceptance that we begin to appreciate the beauty of this tapestry, recognizing that each experience, whether pleasant or painful, contributes to our growth. As we continue to reflect on the journey of self-discovery through acceptance, consider the impact it has on our aspirations. When we accept our reality, we can set more authentic goals that resonate with our true selves. Instead of chasing after external validation or societal approval, we can focus on what genuinely fulfills us. This alignment between our goals and our authentic selves is where true satisfaction lies. What dreams have you shelved because of fear or doubt? Acceptance can be the catalyst that reignites those dreams, providing the courage to pursue them wholeheartedly. When we accept who we are, we cultivate the confidence to step boldly into our aspirations, unencumbered by the weight of unrealistic expectations. This newfound clarity can propel us toward a future that feels truly ours. Let us also consider the beauty of acceptance in the context of our relationships. When we accept ourselves, we become more capable of accepting others. This acceptance fosters empathy and understanding, allowing us to connect with those around us on a deeper level. Relationships thrive in an environment of acceptance, where individuals feel safe to be their authentic selves. When we embrace the uniqueness of others, we enrich our lives and broaden our perspective. As we contemplate the myriad ways acceptance enhances our understanding of ourselves, it is clear that this journey is both individual and collective. Each of us has a story to tell, a narrative shaped by our experiences and choices. By sharing our stories, we create a community of acceptance where we can support one another in our quest for self-discovery. Our collective experiences serve as a reminder that we are not alone in our struggles and triumphs. In closing this reflection on the journey of self-discovery through acceptance, let us carry forward the understanding that acceptance is an ongoing practice. It is a commitment to ourselves, a promise to honor our truth, and a day. As we embrace this practice, we open ourselves to the richness of life, discovering the beauty that lies within our authentic self. With this understanding, we transition to the next facet of our exploration: the profound ways acceptance serves as a catalyst for change. This connection between acceptance and transformation is where the true magic happens, guiding us toward a future filled with purpose and possibility. Change is an inevitable part of life, yet many of us resist it, clinging to the familiar even when it no longer serves us. Have you ever found yourself caught in a cycle of comfort, even when it feels stuck? The irony is that while we seek stability, it is often in the embrace of reality that we find the catalyst for meaningful change. Acceptance opens the door to this transformation, allowing us to confront the truths that propel us forward. When we accept our circumstances, we are acknowledging the present moment, which is the only true starting point for any change. This acceptance serves as the foundation upon which we can build new paths. It's not about simply resigning to what is. Rather, it's about recognizing what is so we can begin to shape what can be. Acceptance is the moment when we stop fighting against the current and instead learn to navigate the waters of our lives with intention and purpose. In this space of acceptance, we become aware of the areas in our lives that require change. Whether it's a career that no longer fulfills us, a relationship that has run its course, or personal habits that hinder our growth, acknowledging these realities can be uncomfortable. Yet it is through this discomfort that we ignite the fire of motivation. How many times have you felt a surge of energy to change your life when you finally faced the truth of your situation? That moment of clarity can be life-altering. The journey of change often begins with the questions. What do I truly want? When we embrace reality, we strip away the distractions and illusions that cloud our vision, allowing us to focus on our true desire. The clarity empowers us to set meaningful goals aligned with our authentic selves. Have you considered what you truly want in life? What dreams have you pushed aside because they felt out of reach? Acceptance gives us the courage to resurrect those dreams and pursue them with vigor. As we embark on this path of change, we must also recognize that it requires a willingness to let go. Holding on to the past can be a significant barrier to progress. The fear of the unknown often keeps us tethered to what we know, even if it is no longer beneficial. Acceptance encourages us to release these attachments. It is a transformative act that frees us from the chains of regret, guilt, and fear. When we let go, we create space for new possibilities, new experiences, and new ways of being. Consider the power of perspective in this process. When we accept our reality, we begin to shift our viewpoint. Instead of viewing challenges as obstacles, we can see them as opportunities for growth. This shift in perspective is crucial. It allows us to approach change with an open heart and a hopeful mind. We start to recognize that every challenge we face is a lesson, a stepping stone toward our aspirations. How does this perspective resonate with your own experiences? Have you ever turned a setback into a stepping stone? Engaging with reality also cultivates resilience. As we navigate the ups and downs of life, the ability to bounce back from adversity is essential. By accepting our circumstances, we build a toolkit for resilience that equips us to face challenges head on. Each time we confront a difficult situation with acceptance, we strengthen our resolve. This resilience becomes a source of empowerment, enabling us to take bold steps toward change, even in the face of uncertainty. Now let's consider the role of action in this equation. Acceptance is only the beginning. It is the catalyst that sparks the flame of change. Action is what transforms that spark into a blazing fire. What actions are you willing to take to bring about the changes you desire? This question is vital because change does not happen in isolation. It requires us to step out of our comfort zones and take deliberate steps toward our goals. Each action, no matter how small, propels us further along the path of transformation. As we take action, we must also remain open to the lessons that arise along the way. Change is rarely a straight path. It twists and turns, and often we encounter detours. These detours are not failures. They're opportunities for learning and growth. Acceptance allows us to approach these moments with curiosity rather than judgment. When we embrace the lessons life presents, we become adept at navigating the unpredictable nature of change. In the context of our relationships, embracing reality can lead to profound transformations as well. Have you ever noticed how relationships can stagnate when we avoid difficult conversations? Acceptance paves the way for honesty and transparency. When we acknowledge our feelings and the dynamics at play, we create an environment where growth can flourish. This honesty deepens our connections and allows us to cultivate relationships that are authentic and supportive. Furthermore, acceptance fosters empathy. When we accept our own reality, we become more capable of accepting others. This understanding is essential in building meaningful relationships. It encourages us to approach others with compassion, recognizing that everyone is on their own journey of change. In this shared experience, we find common ground and the strength to support one another in our pursuits. As we reflect on the impact of acceptance as a catalyst for change, let's also consider the importance of community. Change is often more powerful when it is shared. Surrounding ourselves with individuals who support our journey can significantly enhance our ability to embrace reality and take action. Have you found a community that inspires you? A group of individuals who uplift you as you navigate your path? This sense of belonging can be a powerful motivator, reinforcing our commitment to change. In moments of doubt, it is the encouragement of others that can reignite our passion for change. When we witness others embracing their realities and pursuing their dreams, this connection creates a ripple effect where collective acceptance leads to collective growth. Together, we can weather the storms of change, drawing strength from one another as we navigate the complexities of life. Now, let us consider the role of patience in this journey. Change does not happen overnight. It requires time, effort, and perseverance. Acceptance reminds us to be patient with ourselves as we move through this process. Each small step we take is a victory, and it is essential to acknowledge and celebrate these moments. How often do you take time to reflect on your progress and appreciate how far you've come? This practice reinforces our commitment to change, reminding us that every effort counts. As we continue down this path of embracing reality as a catalyst for change, let us not forget the significance of self-care. Change can be taxing both physically and emotionally. Nurturing ourselves during this process is crucial. It may be through mindfulness practices, creative outlets, or simply taking time to rest and recharge. When we prioritize self-care, we equip ourselves with the energy and clarity needed to pursue our goals. In the end, embracing reality as a catalyst for change is an ongoing commitment. It requires us to be present, to acknowledge our truths, and to take purposeful action. Each moment of acceptance opens new doors, inviting us to step into our potential. As we embrace this journey, we create a life that is rich with purpose, resilience, and authenticity. As we conclude this exploration of embracing reality, let us carry forward the understanding that change is not something to fear, but something to welcome. It is through acceptance that we find the courage to take bold steps toward the future we desire. Together, let us step into the possibilities that lie ahead, fueled by the transformative power of acceptance and the unwavering belief in our ability to create change.
uncomfortably it may be it trigger ordinary. It is about acknowledges the situation as it consider the stories of those who faced insurmountable odds. Their journey often Kierkegaard's path with a float embrace of reality, the distorted fight and thought acceptance. They found the power of change. Their narrative reflect on your own experiences. How many times did that resistance lead the stations, foundations, and to access the reality of our situations that were previous obsolete by our denial. Acceptance is the Teucrimus ignites the flame. Transformations cannot think to acceptance formula a world shaped by our fear and illusions on the real fields with potentials and opportunities. The choice is our when we accept surrendering to our capabilities. We are acknowledging our power of influence our futures that